Good morning, Doug here with Jog On Racing from the Jog On Racing top secret headquarters somewhere in the Cariboo. You can tell it's winter, judging by the number of batteries I have on my shelf for my various junk. On the battery tender, good investment. Anyways, there's the Honda 125 Super Bike, if a 125 could ever be considered anything remotely fast. Talked about some of the modifications we had done to the exhaust and chassis setup, and things we had done to get the bike legal for the track. But the thing that you can invest in that'll make you go quickest is a change of tires. Currently, you'll see we're running Bridgestone Battlax slicks on it. And I just want to walk you through our evolution of tires and where we started, our lap times, and how we've seen significant drop off in our times as we've improved the tires. So here's my tire collection in amongst all my junk. And we started with the IRC, what are these called, Super Grabbers or something? These are the stock tires that come on the Honda CBR 125, and to describe them as tires is being generous. Rim protectors would be a better way. If you're riding one of these little bikes on the street, trust me, you can upgrade these tires. They're terrible. Anyway, when we were running with these tires on the track, just still learning, and obviously we've all improved as riders a fair amount. Our lap times are in about the 57-second range. So, like I said, there's times where we've dropped big chunks of time off our lap times, and the biggest difference has always been tires. So our next step was to go to these here Pirelli MT75s. If you guys who are familiar with the tire will notice this one looks a little bit different, and mini bike racing is about doing things on the cheap. So these are going to be my rain tires, and I've grooved them out with a tire groover just to try and get some more water evacuated as we go around the track. Now, luckily up here in Quesnel in the summertime, we don't get a ton of rain, and last summer was beautiful, and in all our practice sessions, all our races, I think we got rained out once or twice. But with the stock tires, 57 seconds. When we went to the Pirellis, our times dropped down into the 53-second range. So big jump. These tires were worth about 4 seconds a lap. You can pick them up. Most tire dealers will carry them. About $250 for a set. And there's the front one. And again, you can see I've grooved it out. And these will become my rain tires because I'm too poor to afford proper rain tires. So we'll try these out, and I'll let you know how they work. So the next step was to go up to Battlax slicks. So this is a 120 70 60 17, and it's a little bit big. You see how wide it is now. That's off the rim. A lot of guys race with these tires. You can pick these up used, set of takeoffs for about 100, 150 bucks. I picked that one up off a friend of mine for $40. The problem with this tire, we go over to the bike now and have a look at the rim, is you'll see it doesn't really fit the rim well. And I don't know, it's hard to tell because the lighting's not great in here, but it crowns the tire, and so we're not using this, well, about, you can see my finger there's about 1 centimeter edge of the tire, even though we're getting pretty decent lean angles out of the bike. So the solution is to go to the proper size tire, and we have a set of Sava racing slicks that we ordered through SV Racing Parts out of Vancouver, and we'll try those out and see how they work. They're the right size. They're 110 90 17, where these are 120 on the back. Basically, it's a front tire slick off any sort of 600 or even a super bike. We're running 120, and we're running 120s front and rear. I do like the tires. They do grip well. Huge improvement in lap times the minute we went to the slicks. A little funny story. First time I went out, I just had the rear slick and was running the Pirelli on the front, and then managed to find a guy who had a takeoff front for me. And so I go out and running around and going quicker for sure, but my buddy's just going on and on about how great these tires are, and I'm like, man, they're better, but they're not that good. And then I checked the air pressure and realized I'd running the front tire at 60 psi. We had set the bead on it and never dropped it down, and typically we're running these tires about 20 to 25 psi, somewhere in there, depending on how warm out it is. Big drop in lap times again, so we went from 53s, 54s on the Pirellis to 51s, 50s. We're starting to get into the 50s now on the slicks. So do yourself a favor if you're into mini bike racing, as your skills as a rider. Upgrade your tires. It's the single biggest thing that you can do to go faster. The bikes don't make any power. I'm sure you can spend thousands of dollars trying to get an extra 2 or 3 horsepower out of this thing, but it just doesn't make enough horsepower to worry about. So it's all about cornering speed, and I can tell you, having been a street rider for years, I corner this bike way harder than my Sava FR800 under this cover here, and the tires just stick like glue, and it will improve your riding tremendously. So that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed that little video on the tires. Jog On Racing, Dugout.